Hey, welcome back to the Fan Fantasy channel. I don't even know why I say that because I'm really only talking to the people that are in the league. So, hey, welcome back, guys who suck and guys who are okay, and I'm pretty good. The predictions last week, I'm going to try to wing it. I mean, we all know it. Like, I threw it in a text message. Right now, the first game, which is always me because that's what's on top of my screen. I played DeMardiac arrest. That's Will. Hey, Will. I took myself last week in a victory, and to be honest, it was a landslide. I crushed Will. So for anybody that's not in this league who randomly comes across, I don't know. My name's Lloyd Tatanka Blanco. That means white buffalo in a couple languages. I'm pretty good at fantasy, and I projected myself to beat this guy named Will DeMardiac arrest, and I did. It was a landslide victory. Hands down, it was in the bag. Honestly, this week to even watch fantasy was boring because I jumped up so fast that I'm like, what? It makes fantasy suck. Like, you don't even watch the games because it's like a landslide victory. Anyway, so we'll go to the next game. It's Rusty Buckets versus Downtown St. Brown. Believe it or not, I actually took Rusty Buckets, and anybody who is outside of our league who may watch this, Rusty's the worst player in the league. Well, every time I project him to win, every single time I project him to win, he gets annihilated. And I don't project him to win that often. And so he gets blown out. I mean, he lost by 57 points. And I think I picked him by like 15, so lost that one. Good for you. Hey, good for you for coming back, Denver. That's Triple BJ. He used to own Denver, but now he doesn't. Now he's a Cowboy. The fake cowboy because he's from Denver, but you know what I mean, like how fake cowboys are. Wait, I'm sorry. Well, I guess he's from Wyoming. Whatever, man. I think he grew up in a city, probably in a cul-de-sac. He's very similar to Mitchell. Speaking of Mitchell, rebuilding season and mixing the sauce. I also chose Mitchell this week, rebuilding season. He lost by about the same amount. So if you watch the first week when I said the two worst players in the league, it's those two. Well, they got annihilated after I projected them to win. I don't even want to talk about that. It's just pure disgust. I don't know. I mean, guys, buy a app or whatever. Do something with your lives. Sorry for the ding. It's driving me insane. Next we got Wrecking Crew versus bye week. Oh my. Okay. I'm going to apologize just for this one time to you, Rusty and Mitchell. There's a guy named Ross, but nobody knows him because he never shows up or comments and text messages. Wow. He got beat 124-46. You suck, Ross. Like, period. Sell your team to Brad. Brad, buy his team for $8. He's terrible. I did see Brad one time, 0-5 or 6, come back. Basically went out, won the league. That's happened before. Brad, buy Ross's team. He's terrible. That's the worst fantasy score I've ever seen. It's lopsided. Outside of me, pretty much landsliding victory, beating DeMardiac arrest. That was, wow, landslide. Red Nuts, I projected him to win, and he got beat by the third worst player, by Willie Nelson. And to be honest, Willie Nelson, he's one win away from being 500, so he's pulling out. Red Nuts started off 5-0. He's dropped 2 in a row. So Red Nuts, listen, man, you're gonna have to dye your hair black because you're not good. I'd rather be dead than red on the head. That's not true. But I've heard that when I was in elementary school. That's not true, guys. I'm gonna take that back. Anyway, so I tell you what, I might as well just combine this thing and let's just move forward. I feel like I'm tracking pretty good time here. Oh my word. Guess who plays this week? This week it's myself, Tatanka Blanco versus Rusty Buckets, worst player in the league. I'm projected 105-88. That's the ESPN projections. My own personal projection. I'm going to win probably 125-63. He's going to get destroyed. Here's the thing. Rusty kept saying, he's like, all right, well, when you play me, because I score 100 points a game, and every time I play a game, they have the best game of the season. Not really, because you're the worst player in the league ever since you got in the league, and so that's actually not true when you say that. You don't play, everybody doesn't have their best game against you. Like, you're not even that good. I don't want to look at the stats. He's going to tell me, like, look at the points for and against. I don't want to. You're 1-6. I don't know what else to tell you. I'd drop him by 50. Easy. Mixing the sauce versus DeMardiac arrest. Both are 4-3. This looks like a tough matchup. I'm not even like digging into the matchup and say about who's supposed to do what. I'm just simply telling you on the surface, mixing the sauce. By the way, he's the worst trader in the league. Who did he try to send me the other day? He might have tried to send me something legit. Usually he sends real dumb trades. It's like, I'll trade you Bo Nix for Derrick Henry. That's the kind of stuff he does. And so just that kind of misfortune leads me to believe you're not going to win this week. Did Martiak arrest? If DeMartiak arrest last week played anybody else but me, he probably would have won. But he didn't, just because buzzsaw, you know what I mean? Like, you come up against this, I'll chop your face off. And so I think that mixing the sauce, you're not going to win. DeMartiak wins this, and you're going 500 mixing the sauce. This is iffy. And this is a battle from historically two pretty good players, and you guys are in rough spots. But the winner of this week kind of jumps up to the next level. The loser, you're stuck at 500. Weird spot to be in. This next week, 2 pretend best friends, Wrecking Crew versus Rebuilding Season. Rebuilding Season becomes best friends when he doesn't have a job, then he shows up. But if he has a job, he doesn't show up, and you don't hear from him in 2 years, and he never answers text messages, and then says he's too busy, which is not true because he golfs every day at 1 o'clock. So it's not like he was actually too busy to respond. Anyway, Wrecking Crew versus Rebuilding Season. ESPN projections 104 to 87. As we all know, projections doesn't mean anything unless it's very lopsided. Wrecking Crew wins this one by 47 this week. It's not going to be good. Wrecking Crew, I don't know how good he is at fantasy. I don't know if he's been doing his analysis. When we come up against each other, it's going to be, I don't recall if I played him or not. I probably beat him if I did. I don't recall. It was probably a close game. Willie Nelson versus bye week. I don't have to analyze this one too much. The projections is ESPN says Willie Nelson 99, bye week is 80. I actually agree with that, except for I think Willie Nelson wins this by 40. Bye week goes 2 and 6. And basically, you already got people right on the board. It's middle of the season. Middle of the season. People should still be having a shot or fighting for, getting back. Rusty Buckets, he's out. You might as well, you're out till next year. Bye week, you're out till next year. And who else are we looking at? I mean, really the rest of them got a shot to make the playoffs, but we got 2 people so terrible. I mean, this just opens it up for everybody else. And really, that's my analysis for what week is, I don't even know. Guys, it's week 8. Week 8. And I can't believe at week 8, I'm still as good as I am. No, that's not true. I can believe that because I'm good all the time. But it's week 8. Some of you guys better get together because some of you guys, this is it. It's make or break it time. You fall 500 this week. If you lose next week, if you just so happen for any of you these 4-3 records, you lose 2 straight. You got a losing record, and you got an uphill battle the rest of the season. That's it, guys. Hey, listen, if you suck at fantasy, do something with your lives. Buy a fantasy book, maybe get on an app, look at TikTok. I mean, some of you guys, quit doing it on your own. Russ, you need help. Okay, love everybody.